Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll go again with Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 23. Nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
14. One left, one left. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Dancing to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a give to Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I'd like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Here's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is right through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to roam. Tyler Lockett. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 105 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments.
He's got it in, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 44 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Show that bench release and go.
Again, it's Bell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Focus, focus. Iggy!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go, let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And it's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is...
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Wilson on 2nd down, being chased out left. And it's hauled in by Nick Bennett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing is Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw again is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And the tight end Dixon left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again here, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Steelers set to take the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And Dixon has it. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Forced out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 11 more on that one and another first down.
14.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
12 more yards there and another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A carry now for McKissick. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. On third down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. And Janikowski bangs it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one, and the defense loses him. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald from 10 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And he'll bang that one through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe as a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Room here to run. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A handoff to Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And now Sebastian Janikowski on for the long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
4 down. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Out to his left. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
All right, let's go get it now, all right? Jack 16.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists before this one is over.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. I guess the good news is their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side. They'd be down, but now it's that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe on that side of the ball. I certainly hope you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
On 2nd down, Wilson. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
He certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. J.D. McKissick, 74 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that was a 3rd and medium situation. Thought they might pass it. They ran it and they're glad they did.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a surprise to me that they ran the ball in that situation. Usually you worry about trying to get that kind of yardage on the ground against NFL defenses. Instead, they crossed them up. That took a little fortitude to make that call. And, boy, it matched up really, really well. The element of surprise plus some excellent execution, off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Break. We're back to see what happens after this. They went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Come on, let's go. Gotta go. Check 50.
Wilson wants to throw it. Being chased out left. And Dixon over the middle. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing now is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. The handoff, running left is Penny. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. Staying on his feet. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Black 20.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperate. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job